product to share with you. My name is Rafa Soto. I'm the Chief Creative Director of Notegraphy and co-founder. This is my colleague, Marzban, CEO of Notegraphy. We write in the social networks because we have a need. And the need is the ambition to be noticed and eventually loved and respected. The thing is, everybody wants to do exactly the same. Everybody wants to be noticed. And the more and more social networks are getting crowded, and it's almost impossible to stand up. That's why we created Notegraphy, a beautiful tool that makes everything you write more beautiful, more standing up, more emphasizing what you say. This is a very short video that explains what Notegraphy is.
Facebook. And this is how it looks with Notegraphy, Tumblr, and Notegraphy, or Twitter. Anything you want to share now looks way better. And it's ridiculously easy. You just write whatever you want, as long or as short as you want. Press the style button and choose your favorite collection. Then share your beautiful text automatically on all the main social networks. We have put together lots of beautiful designs made by some of the world's best graphic designers. Download the app on your mobile device or online on any web browser. Pick your own URL and arrange your posts anywhere you want in your gallery. And not only that, you can check out your personal statistics for each note, follow people you find interesting, and explore other stuff out there. Notegraphy, beautifully designed writing.
Hi guys, it's great to be here. Just wanted to start out by talking about 3 data points that help us validate Notegraphy. We launched just under 6 weeks ago, and I'd like to start with the first one, which is early adopters. Paulo Coelho is a Notegraphy user. He's also a very heavy social media user. With Notegraphy, we find that we're actually solving a very important pain point of Paulo's, which is to very quickly and easily create notes beautifully using Notegraphy. He's a heavy Notegraphy user, and up to now has already created close to 100 notes. We launched 6 weeks ago, and right now we have 175,000 users so far, and yesterday just crossed the 400,000 note barrier. Over 95% of those users are coming in from the iOS application. Now, you're probably asking where we get those users from. Just shortly before launching, a company got in touch with us, a company that values design, innovation, creativity, and endorsed us. That company happened to be Apple, and on day 1 of launching the app, we were actually featured as one of the apps of the week, which helped us during the launch phase. Let's talk a little bit about the addressable market right now. Every day we have over 950 million people sharing more than 1.1 billion posts. That's a lot of posts every day. With Notegraphy, we're looking at forecasting close to 2.5 million Notegraphy users by the end of 2014 and going up to 20 million by 2017. That's 2% of the addressable market right now. You're probably asking how we're looking at making money. When we did tests with users, the #1 user feedback we got from users for features that they're willing to pay for is the ability to personalize their notes beautifully. Over here, we have some examples of how we're going to be doing that using badges and icons. We also have other examples over here with end-of-note icons, and also the capability for you to then personalize your notes with your name. Line, which is the in-app messaging application, actually generates close to $10 million a month just through the sale of badges and stickers. A second interesting feature that we're going to be looking at, and also came up as a request from our users, was everything related to printing and merchandising. As you can see here, stickers, iPhone covers, t-shirts. There is a third aspect that we're looking at, which is with regards to advertising, and it's more of a B2B model. And it's with regards to creating customized collections for brands. Here's an example of a customized collection we proactively created for the LeWeb event, where we actually post notes ourselves about the event. We are being approached by certain brands to create collections for them as well. talking a little bit about marketing strategy, how we're going to get these users. What we want to do is continue signing up celebrities and writers. We believe that's critical for us, for credibility, for notoriety, and for getting users. We're also talking to publishing houses right now because we believe it's an interesting tool for them to promote their writers and their books. And we're just about to sign one with a publishing house to carry out a pilot test. Finally, from a product perspective, it's all about reach. Right now, we just have an iOS app, so we're very soon going to be rolling out an Android and Windows phones. We're going to be supporting Asian fonts as well, because that's an important market, and as well opening up a Notegraphy API for us. Just rounding up with the management team over here, we're 9 people, 7 nationalities. Notegraphy is made with love in Barcelona. I joined the founders of eDreams a while back to successfully launch one of Europe's leading travel companies, which recently sold for 250 million euros. Was also the CEO of OmWriter, which is a beautifully writing app with over 1 million users. Rafa, my co-founder over here, set up one of Europe's leading creative agencies, which has won over 80 awards right now, and also is the brainchild behind OmWriter. We really do believe that we have the winning formula to make Notegraphy a success. And to wrap up, thank you for listening. We're excited to be here. We're looking forward to raising a second round of investment to help us grow next year, and we'd be more than happy to answer your questions.
Great. Excellent. Why don't you come over here and join us? We'll give you, may you both have a microphone. Come on up here a little bit so we can see you. And we will open up to questions. Chris.
So, one question I have is, I don't know if you guys have tried MySpace back in the day, but the basic value proposition of MySpace was that everybody could customize their own page, which is fantastic where you can customize your own page, but you hate it when other people do it because it's a bloody mess. Now, I'm imagining a Facebook where every note is shared using Notegraphy. And I don't know if that's a Facebook I like, so that makes me feel like the market is more the writers and the brands and less the millions or billions of people out there. Is that how you see the market, or how do you see your growth potential there?
Yep. Our vision is more like what Pinterest is in one side, which is a beautiful board, plenty of suggesting publication. And in the other side, like a big library when all the publications are very appealing because they are appealing, they're beautiful, and you see that, and you want to play with all of them.
So I keep asking the user growth questions to understand growth. And obviously a big spike when Apple promotes you on the homepage. So what was the last 6 weeks, I think you said, what is the trend of user growth? And when they took you off the promotion homepage, how was your user adoption?
That's a very good point. Nothing's for free in this world, so as you mentioned, you'll always see a spike when Apple features you. What we're seeing right now, and that's what's more interesting, is like what the impact of the viral effect is. So basically, after the coverage, we are seeing it has gone down, but we are seeing a steady growth right now, and we believe that close to 20% of it is coming from a viral effect, where basically people create the note, they share it, and then it's from the consumption. So those people that want to then access the note and interact with it, then are coming in as Notegraphy users right now.
And so what is an active user? What's the definition of an active user? How many per day does an individual create?
Right, so what we're seeing now, when we look at retention rates right now, which is important for us, in a week, we're seeing about 20% come back right now.
So come back to do a second note.
Do a second note,
So
exactly.
20% do 2 notes a week.
Exactly. So 6 weeks is not enough time for us to statistically see what that retention rate is going to look like. And also, we've just launched a product which still needs a lot of stickiness features. So for example, we just released newsfeed, finding friends, ability to follow friends. And I think that's really going to help us get users to come back and make it more viral.
Okay. Philippe.
What is your ambition? I mean, if you picture yourself in 5 years, you're very successful. So what have you achieved? I mean, are you the #1 messaging app, next to Line and WhatsApp and Viber? Are you moving into photography and trying to overcome stuff? I mean, I'm just trying to figure out where this is going, because if you look at the activity on application, like WhatsApp or Viber, I mean, you guys don't even just not looking at the overall number of users, but just the activity of the user, you guys know it, right? People are sending tens of messages per day on their application. And so do you want to be the application for a certain type of messages that people will say, well, because one behavior we're seeing more and more is some people will use WhatsApp for something and Viber for something else, and are you kind of be a specific use case? I mean, what do you want to be eventually?
Yeah, obviously we will be iterating depending on the use of the app. But the way we visualize that is we come from graphic design, and a very good example on how to order and structure text or magazines. So it's very much easy, and you have enough intimacy to read public notes in a magazine, for instance. No? So the way we imagine in the future is everything you write is much better to write if it's page, with a good layout and is well designed. So our system is super fast. As we show in the video, it's ridiculously easy. I mean, in less than 3 seconds, you can publish something. It's almost as fast as WhatsApp. The thing is, most of the, you probably know when a message is more important and you want to dedicate maybe 2 seconds more than a 1 second WhatsApp. But basically, it's everything you want to be read correctly with time. We want that to make by Notegraphy.
I think there's an interesting data point that we're finding now from real users that are using it. 20% of the notes that are created in Notegraphy are actually private notes. I mean, we automatically assume that everybody's going to have their notes public in the cloud in Notegraphy, which already is telling you what they're doing, which is what they're probably doing, is sending them privately through like an iMessage or a WhatsApp tool. But I think what they all want is the ability to make that note or post look a little more beautiful.
So that's going to be a problem for your viral growth.
That bit we're going to be looking at to see how we can take care of it. The other thing you need to take into account is that the growth comes not just from people who write, but the people who consume. So it's really important to take care of the people that read it, and then we need to make sure that we have the right interaction with that reader, with the note.
All right. Well, our time is up. We wish you very well with the business and in this competition. Thanks for your presentation today.
Thank you.
I'll take that one back. Excellent.